All right, hey, how you doing? I uh, I have a video I want to watch. I'd like to go into something else first though, but instead we're gonna do something a little different. Why don't you pause the video and make yourself some lunch or some dinner, or get yourself something to snack on. I'm just sitting here and eat, and we're gonna watch this video, so that way, like my stomach's not growling and your stomach's not growling. Now, I'll be jamming out over here with a burger on a nice toasted bagel with some chips and nice creamy soda. And we're going to watch a video from Truth 777. Now, watching this video from Truth 77, we might find it interesting. I've only watched 10 seconds, 10 whole seconds. So I wanted to attach this onto the video yesterday, but it was impossible to, so we'll just go into it and sit back and enjoy. I think it's about 10 minutes long. 8 minutes and 34 seconds. Okay.
This video will prove that America today is in fact Egypt, and just like Egypt too. Now you may be wondering, why do I have a map of Egypt open right here, as you can see? Take a good look at Egypt, today's modern Egypt. What do you see? What is that giant river that flows down Egypt and is said to be the cradle of civilization, what gives Africa and mostly all of Egypt life, the Nile River? And as you can see, it flows all the way down, And you see, much of civilization started with this river, as all these cities are all based around the river, including Thebes. But what else do you see? On this river, you see that about 30% of the land is separated to the east and about 60 or 70% to the west of the river. Now, what else do you see? On this river, you see a city called Memphis. And if I zoom in a little bit, it's just south of Cairo, Memphis, right here. Where else have I heard that before? Let's keep going. Okay, so if we go here, what is one of the longest rivers in America? Not the longest, but one of them. The Mississippi. Wow, just like the Nile for Egypt. And let's see if I can get a bigger map here. Wow, about 30% of the land is east of this river, and about the rest of the 60 is west. Just like Egypt. 30% over here, 60% over there. It's no different. But wait, you see this long river that gives America much life and substance? Just like the Nile in Egypt? What city do you see on this river that matches this one? Right here, Memphis. Where else have I seen Memphis before? Oh yeah, Memphis, Tennessee, right here. Wow, Memphis right there on the Mississippi River. Just like Memphis, Egypt on the Nile River. Is that a coincidence? No, that cannot be a coincidence. But you want to know what else? What else is so interesting about this? Is that here is Giza, which is very close to Memphis. And as you can see, here's the pyramids of Giza, here's the Sphinx, and all of ancient Egypt, as they like to call it, the cradle of civilization. Is there a pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee? Yes, there is, right here. And look, it's right off the water. Look, it's right off the Mississippi River, right there. There it is, there you see it. You see a pyramid right here in Memphis, in the Mississippi right here, just like you see the ancient pyramids right here, right close, right next to the Nile River, in a city that's on the Nile called Memphis, in Africa's longest river, the river that gave life civilization, just like the river that gives America civilization right here, the Mississippi. And you see Memphis right there on that river. Wow, is that a coincidence? Doesn't look like it. So it looks like to me that, in fact, America is ancient Egypt all over again, because I see a pyramid right here in America today. But that's not all. Where else do we see more facts and proof of ancient Egypt here in America today? Well, let's keep going. As we see here, we're back in Memphis, we're back at the pyramid. Look who's there! They have a statue of Ramses the Great right in Memphis, right in front of the pyramid. Wow! An ancient an ancient pharaoh that was probably worshipped as a god back then, right in front of the pyramid.
Now, when you think about it, you know, it's important to say, what is that city? It's important to say, is that the city of Ramses? That's a real good question, you know.
In current day, modern day Memphis, Tennessee.
It's Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee. Is that the city of Ramses?
Just
Ramses,
like
Ramses II.
they have the Sphinx right in front of the pyramids of Giza,
Just like they say the Greeks are black, and when you go to these colleges, they got the Black Greek Society.
close to Memphis, Egypt. Wow, is that a coincidence either? It doesn't look like it, but let's keep going. According to this map, if we go a little bit south, we can find the Luxor, which is in about this area here of modern day Egypt. It's still on the Nile. Now, why is that important? Because Luxor is in fact an ancient city in Egypt, in an ancient area. And as we see Heliopolis right here, what does that mean? The sun. It has to do with reference to the
Hilo,
sun.
sun.
Where else do we see a pyramid in today's Egypt, America, with the Luxor? I know. The Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas. This is a picture of the ancient city of Luxor, and look at what you see. You see a big phallic symbol of the obelisk, which is a phallic symbol and is embedded with sun worship and Nimrod worship and ancient god worshiping, and is in fact abominable with ancient statues and everything else. But where else do you see a pyramid and a Luxor? Here in Las Vegas. I see a pyramid right here in Las Vegas. And I see a Sphinx here in Las Vegas as well. Wow, is that a coincidence? Could this be telling me that America is in fact modern day Egypt? Yes, it is. Because I see a pyramid here in Las Vegas.
All right. Now, this is going to be a great picture because I want to show you something. I want you to pay attention. Now, I'm going to show you in the next couple videos that these Egyptians aren't Egyptians. They're actually the Sumerians, and they overthrew Egypt, or they overthrew Mizraim. Now, I want to show you this real quick. Now, we got this picture up on the screen. You see this headdress right here? Now, at first I thought that was the Cobra hood, but the Sphinx is sitting there like a lion, right? So the head garment is to represent the motherfucking lion. See the lion body? See, now with the human face and the human got the headdress on, now it looked like the human got the lion fro, you know, like I have, you know. So, I think that's really important. Now, when we listened to the video yesterday or the other day, the Palestinian woman said, "You're known for your strength." Let's see here, man. I was taking notes when you're. Let's see. It said these black people are known for strength, for knowledge. Okay, so what we have on the head of this this Egyptian image that looks like a lion sitting there, we have a little serpent on top of the head. Now, Remember, Abraham came out of the city of Ur, right? Now, here is what this is. It's a Ur-A-Eus, right? Ur-A-Eus or Ur-A-I or Ur-A-Esus. Huh? Esus, right? Motherfucker said. Now, I'm not saying they're Esus. I'm saying that's how you pronounce the snake. Used as a symbol of sovereignty, royalty, divine authority in the ancient Egypt, right? And this has to do with knowledge, right? We all know the snake is the wise serpent, right? Now, the snake sitting on its tail, the rearing cobra, has its own meaning. And we'll get into that. Now, you guys can sit there and fucking guess all day, but it really don't make a difference to me. I already know. Now, these are images of the Uraeus. Now, again, the Sumerians, now where's the Tower of Babel at? Right? It's in Uraeus, Great, or some shit like that. Right? Now, listen, Abraham from and these people built themselves into gods and put the serpent on their forehead. Right? I mean, look at it. Now, is this the people of Egypt? They met the people of Sumeria, and they're just carrying on their name with their what? It's right on their forehead. It's their hood ornament. The They didn't say our hood ornament is the cobra. They said this is called the Uraeus. Pretty soon we're going to get into the original spelling of what we call Egypt, or the title. It's just a title. It ain't no people. It's no people group. We've been lied to. The original books say you had black-headed people that held the scepter and had their own temples and images. That's not. If the first fucking writing says that, and we go to Egypt and this is what it looks like, then you know, we've been fucking lied to. And what we call Egypt over there in Africa is really Assyrians, or excuse me, Sumerians. Now, the whole African, see, I didn't want to get to this part yet. Go to comments, and there's a guy down here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I don't know if it's that far down. See, since we're reading in America Being, the description of the New World, right? When you get to these F-looking symbols, they actually make an S. Now, somebody wrote to me in the comments, and I'm looking for their comment. Now, somebody wrote to me in the comments that I thought Africa was Syria or something like that. And when I saw it, I was shocked. Now, if you add two F's to Africa and read it in the style of Old English, then Africa then becomes Assyria, or Assyria. I'm trying to find where the comment is. Be able to scroll through real quick, but I don't see it. I know where the comment is because I replied to it already. Don't see it, so we're gonna watch this one again.
In Las Vegas as well. Wow, is that a coincidence? Could this be telling me that America is in fact modern day Egypt? Yes, it is. Because I see a pyramid here in Las Vegas. I see pyramids all over the place. I see a pyramid here in Memphis that's on the Mississippi River, just like Memphis, Egypt on the Nile River. I see it here with the statue of Ramses the Great in Memphis, Tennessee, just like in Memphis, Egypt, they have the Sphinx in front of the pyramids right near the Nile. And as you can see here, or here, the Mississippi River. Wow, and they have a Sphinx right here. And a pyramid right there.
So, again, let's go to like Google or something. And then ancient pyramids in North America. And you can look for a website that'll list them all, or you can just one by one, here's pyramids in North America. Now, get ready. I'm gonna blow this up. All these places with a dot and a name. And I can't help that it's not up there perfect. All those places, all pyramids. That dude told you in that video yesterday, 8 alone, 7 to 8 pyramids alone in what, Illinois or Indiana, one of them. Look down here, between Texas and Louisiana. Between Texas and Louisiana, they make this 8-mile bridge through swamp area. And it's hard to get into that area. That's where they got the word Asher turnaround. That's the only place in America, as I've traveled to America, that is the only place where they have anything by the name of the tribe of Asher. It is in Texas. It's called Asher Turnaround, and it's a place that you drive down off the highway and make a real quick turnaround, and then you're down there on ground level with either the water or the swamp, depending where you're at in that section of territory. All right, so let's go back to this one.
Behind it. Wow, what does that piggyback off of? This. It's the same thing, and it's in Las Vegas. Wow, the city of sin. Is that interesting? It's also parallel in the piggyback ride of the city of lights, just like Paris. And by the way, the Eiffel Tower is not pretty when you know that it is in fact a phallic obelisk, representing sun worship, just like Las Vegas, just like Memphis. Wow, and they both represent Egypt. Indeed. What are your thoughts? Nothing is a coincidence, especially when the Most High Yahuwah said that his children would be enslaved in Egypt again for 400 years. When did slavery start in today's Egypt and in what's known as America? The year 1619. So within the next 400 years, in the year 2019, which is in what? In 4 going on 3 years?
Irish sold slaves to Europe in 1613. In 2013, that was the mark of 400 years. That was the birth of that little kid named Emmanuel, named Messiah, who the judge said, change his name. That little white lady said, change his name, and then she got fired because of her Christian values. All right, so a lot of people teach misleading stuff, and this is the next thing that we're going into.
Years from now, slavery in America will be over with. The 400 years will be over with. And what happened to Egypt after their slavery? After the Hebrew Israelites, the true Israel, were enslaved? The 10 plagues of Egypt, judgment. And you don't think that's going to happen again in America? Think again. You don't think that's going to happen in today's modern Egypt? Today's modern Egypt? Think again.
All right, now, if this YouTube author would have just gone back a little bit, let's go. That shit a bunch of times, didn't we? if you start looking at some of these places, and well, that's in Bosnia. You're not necessarily, they're gonna give you more than just America with this shit. But if you start doing a little bit of digging, this is the one we saw yesterday. This is Monk Mounds. And we can see that there's pyramids. Here's another one. Sites of mound builders in North America. Now, when you see all this stuff, this goes right along the river that's down there. Okay? Now, I've had some wonderings for a little bit. I used to wonder, why did the Israelite territory stop at Utah, right? And then now, when we see that from what they showed, that in Nevada they had a temple, and then over there in Tennessee they had a temple, the temples would represent how far a territory expanded, right? So whether they had the territory from Nevada over to the sea, whether they had the territory from Tennessee over to Kansas or over to Colorado, who knows? Until we see these ancient maps, and these ancient maps start to actually match history, not some bullshit that people sat in front of us, then it doesn't matter. Now, recently, somebody made a comment to me. Now, I want to show you this comment. Now, let me rewind this again. Let me see this. Let me get back to about right there. Oh shit! Now this thing don't want to play. Oh, it don't matter. That's Truth Unveiled, America is Egypt. Excuse me. Literally, here's the actual proof. And that's not that good of a video because, of course, they show you modern shit. They don't show you the ancient stuff. But it's okay. It's okay. Now, here we have Pi Yah. Okay, so here's another person that believes, in the name Yah, and whatever. Ezekiel 36. But it was right information, bro. It makes sense. Had a few theories or assumptions. Haven't looked into them deep enough yet. Hindus being Canaanites. Now that is true. If Ham, listen, we've been fucking lied to so bad. When you go to the word etymology, okay, you pause the video, type in etymology on the line. If you disagree with what I'm about to say, if you didn't open etymology, don't fucking say anything. Now, if you want to argue what I'm about to say, open up etymology online, type in the word ham, H-A-M. You type in word ham, it's going to say don't exist. It's going to say see cham. Now, cham is Mongol. So you got the tale of two hams. One's real and one's fake. Okay? Now, Black Ham is over here. This is Black Ham, father of the Black Egyptians, father of Black Kush, and all that other shit. Now, over here, you have Cham, who's a Mongol, who's the father of the Japanese, who's the father of the Turks, okay, here's the truth. Only one is real. Now, from my studies, the biggest problem is African ham. The black Hamite doesn't exist. See, you go to YouTube, you're on YouTube. You go open Chinese, prove everybody's from China. You got the fat little Chinese dude say, "I'm here to prove with DNA that everybody come out of Chinese people." So at the end of the video, motherfucker say, "Well, I found out that Chinese people are from Africa." Chinese people are from Africa, Mongols. You got white people sitting there doing their DNA test in their R1B, and then their master saying R1B come out of Africa. Okay, now you got two different types of stringy hair people out of Africa. When you go to the etymology of the name Ham, it takes you to Cham. Cham is Mongol. That means Shem, Cham and Japhet. You got Cham, dude. That's 3 stringy haired races out of Africa. Or Assyria. Now, why do I say Assyria? Like I told you earlier, this is the person. It says A. Now look, it looked like he's making a mistake right there. AFF Rika. No, being ASS Syria. Now look what he did. He done accidentally added 2 F's. And when I saw that the first time, it took me back to this book, America Being the Latest Greatest, when they make fucking F's instead of S's. Now ain't that something? Now look at this word Africa again. Now, in my mind, I can see the word Africa being actually Assyria, just like he's saying. Hindus being Canaanites, Africa being Assyria. This is what he's saying. Here are a few theories. His theory is Hindus are Canaanites. He's saying, well, maybe there ain't no Kush, but these Canaanites, Kush, maybe Kush is a Canaanite, and Nimrod's a Canaanite. There ain't, brothers and sisters, what I'm going to show you in the next video is a brother on YouTube showing you the Greeks are black. If the fucking Greeks are black, then they ain't African. What I'm going to show you after that is I'm going to show you this cat reading from the from the book of the Sumerians. That's the Anunnaki created the Aduma, right? The children of Adam, or Aduma, are the Sumerians. Black-headed people that carry the scepter no more. Their images are in their temples, and their temples still stand today. Now you take what's written there, and you say, fuck what everybody labeled everything. I don't care what everybody labeled anything. Let's just look for ourselves who's black people or black-headed people that carry a scepter that got temples that still stand to this day with their images. Ain't the people of Kush, ain't the Greeks, ain't the Romans. The only thing is still standing today with black-headed people. White people even tried to shoot the fucking nose and lips off. That's the shit we call Egypt. But we've been taught by our oppressor to call it Egypt. That's why I told you, when those Hyksos come in, those Hyksos just mean foreigners. I think this is when the brothers come into Mizrahim, overthrow Cham's children that are controlling either that land or that temple. This ain't even to say the temple's built yet. You ain't got no images from the first dynasty. You ain't got no images from the second dynasty. These are family lines. All you got is images from the third dynasty. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna break this shit wide open to you. We're more related than these people want to admit. It seems like one breed of us does not have beard. Those Egyptians had the glue beards on. It seems that the Egyptians didn't have beards, but the Sumerians, also being Afro descent, they have beards. It seems the Amorites, being dark-skinned and bearded, it seems they're lying about them too. Amorites ain't no fucking Canaanites. Canaanites are Mongols. And I just do not see in any way, shape, or form that Mongols accidentally popping out black children. Not at the beginning of time. Now, if Mongols and brown-skinned people or black people later mingle, that's one thing, but that's down history. That's just not the first offspring created from Noah. You get what I'm saying? So they're lying about some things. Now, when we go in this book, America Being, they understand some things from some books. If it ain't written about, there's nobody there to tell these people because they're trying to chronicleize everything. The dude already said, we all from Asia. Everybody. So when you look at the Bible and then tribes start getting their portions appointed to them, and then modernly the Japanese, the European male as well, their actual blood says they belong to the people that died first in what we call Africa, and we can start to see that there ain't no such thing as a black African. Black people either been moved, Tiglath Pileser, they've been chased, Tiglath Pileser III, Shalmaneser, Sargon. Black people. Hey, how are these people in Africa so long and they not united in any kind of fucking way? They don't belong there. They've been placed there. Their land's been stolen from whatever the fuck they from. They've been stolen. They've been pushed into Africa. These fucking white people is for Africans. These Chinese people are China, people of sin. CIN changed to CINA over time, then it's changed to CHIN, Shin, Shina, and then the S changed to a C, and excuse me, I said CIN, it is SINA. SIN to SHIN to SHINA to CHINA. That's the gradual change of their name. This is from the Romans themselves. Now, it said that the Tartars, Genghis Khan, the Zingis Cham, right? Cham, Shem, and Japhet. The Genghis Cham enslaved us, just like it's saying in the Bible. This book says Shalmaneser. Only one person caught that shit. This book says Shalmaneser, Genghis Khan, enslaved us in 1225 or 1228, one of those. These white people done told us this happened in 750 BCE. Now, if you add 750 plus 750 plus now 750 to 1225, right? It's 1500 years flat. Somebody added 1500 years to our history, at least in America. I have no idea if the people in the rest of the world believe the bullshit that we've been lied to about. If you don't believe me, this is why I show you this shit on film. They lied to us. They put us in a fairy tale. They added 1,500 fucking years, and I can prove it now with a book from the 1600s. When they tell you in the 1600s, there's no way these people we just found is related to Europe, and there's no way that these people we just found is related to Africa. But these people we just found are from Asia, and they're related to this Tiglath Pileser, this Shalmaneser. They're related to this Genghis Khan. Now, it don't matter if Genghis Khan is not Tiglath Pileser III. It's that Tiglath Pileser III is accredited with first doing this to the people. Shalmaneser is said to do it in the book of Daniel. You understand what I'm saying? There ain't 1,500 years between the book of Kings and the book of Daniel. If you want to understand this, you got to understand history. If you don't understand history, you ain't gonna get this. You're gonna stick with the fucking lie that King James brought. Now, that's what this video is really about. Now this woman decided to say to me, they were kings. Do some research. King James was a black Jew. Look it. This is how this woman wants to talk to me. Do some research. Look it. Not only was he black king, he was first king to govern 3 countries: Ireland, Scotland, and England. At the same time, holding the title King James first and 7th, I think. At the same time, okay, listen. You have a very bad education. And I can't help that. It's a very good opportunity for me to mock you, make fun of you. I'm insulted that you would say this to me, actually. I want everybody to understand this. I don't need anybody's fucking opinion. If you want to say something to me about you need to correct this or that, you need to send a link. I don't need your mouth. And then I can deal with the author that you are supporting your points on and not truly you, because then it's not personal, because truthfully we want the truth. But listen, if you don't come here with some attitude like some nasty person, then take your nasty attitude somewhere else. Now listen, look at now here's my book, America Being the Latest Greatest. All right? Now, I could say horrible things. Well, what's the point? You'll come video 2, 3 days later, and you say something stupid again. And I hate that it has to be this way, but it seems it has to be this way because this is the mentality of the dark-skinned people, and they don't want to better themselves. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't care if King Black come to my face and say we do want to better ourselves. You're gonna have to prove it. You can't prove it with fists. You can't prove it with cussing somebody out. You got to prove it with action. You got to prove it with righteous action. If the world views us as being wicked, then we got to turn that around with righteous action. Now this is just fucking shameful. Now I can say it all day long. This is shameful. For her to sit there and say we were kings. Hey, listen, I really want to insult you just the way that I've been programmed to. I know we were kings. I bring it up in the video. Are you ignorant? You're telling me to do some research as you're watching my videos of me doing research for your lazy ass! Shame! And then finally, since you're so fucking brilliant, how can somebody be the first and the fucking seventh? Get out of here! Don't ever comment! What can you really help me with? Come on! Damn it, I hate this! To sit there and have the nerve like you're gonna fucking correct me with some jibber fucking jabber! Now, I don't have to say to you, oh, King James was a homosexual, and that doesn't matter. And that's just the stupidest shit. Now, the idea that King James is an Israelite, that's even fucking dumber. King James is a king. He is not a king from a bloodline of Israel. If you open this Bible, does it say, and the last king of Israel gave birth to blah, 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 whom became King James? No, you are very ignorant to say that. You are so ignorant. You do not know so bad that you're ignorant to how bad you look by saying that. Ignorance is not knowing something. You are so ignorant that you're ignorant to understand that you're ignorant to the subject that you're trying to talk about. Now, King James was the king of what? Scotland or Ireland. And he united the two countries. That's what he actually did. And then by uniting the two countries, he then united England. And then within 5 years, he was overthrown because the goal of the Edomites, his cousins, was to get the kingdoms united. Because England and Scotland and Ireland are very far off from the other islands. I mean, from the land. They're actually islands. Okay? And this is what you don't understand. Now, 3 islands in close vicinity were connected by King James. That's what King James did. Okay? And don't sit there and tell me like you telling me something with your ghetto attitude, like you taught somebody something. You are ignorant. Now I'm going to go into this book and I'm going to read my book so that I can see what I have highlighted. Now, look, this says page 136. Now, one of the critical things that I'm able to point out in this book is that when you go from 136 to 137, there's a accident in the typing and it says page 317. So, you're kind of looking for page 317 for this first one, but it comes after page 136. Now, I hope that's not too much for anybody to understand. If you would like to look at this, you go to Ed's channel, let us find the truth, and when you're looking at his YouTube channel in the top right hand corner, this is my right hand, I don't care what it is for you. In the top right hand corner, it says go to website, you click that, and then you go to PDF books, and then you go down, and on the left hand side, now there's two pictures of America being the latest greatest. You have to pick the cover where the white slave is holding up the black queen, right? There's two covers. Pick the one on the left, that's the book. If you pick the one on the right, that's the artwork, and you're just going to sift through the artwork. Now, scroll down to 136, and then keep scrolling, and it's going to say 317, but it's actually 137. Now, on page 137, which actually says page 317, I'm going to scroll down to this paragraph. At this time, all things going favorable with the Jesuits. Remember the Catholic Church. They made themselves masters. See how the F right there, the F looking symbol is actually an S. See, an F goes over and there's a cross in between it, and these S's don't have crosses through, and that's how they show you that they're S, not an F. That's why we say when we look at the name Syria and Africa, change the F free to us. See how that goes? So that's why we can see now, especially thanks to Paya. Thanks, dude. You opened me up to that. I can see it. So when we go back over here to America Being, it states, at this time, the Jesuits made themselves masters of Port Royal and began to raise a fort on the river Pemtegovet, and but there their happy proceedings were stopped, for Captain Argyle, before mentioned, sailing thither in vindication of the English, was encountered by Du Thet, excuse me, who, firing the first gun on Argyle, was by him taken off with chain shot. So they open with a chain shot. You know what a chain shot is, right? A chain shot is where what they get on the gun and they turn that thing and it goes right. Today we call those mini guns. Today we hold them on the side and they go right. So they had a mounted chain gun. I believe that's what they're talking about. And what did this do? It took out Captain Argyle in one shot. And taking Baird and Mass, carried them prisoners to Virginia. So they didn't take the captain. They was able to shoot the captain in the first attack, and they took the other guys prisoner and dismantled the fort built at Port Royal, after which it was by King James given patent to Sir William Alexander. So after that attack happened, King James gave that port to somebody. Now let me explain this again. This is your motherfucking land. And King James of England, living on the other side of the motherfucking world, just gave your land to somebody else. Now, I'm going to read this again because you have a heathen mentality. You think these people came here. These are the Assyrians. They are out of Africa. The Chinese, everything that calls themselves Asians, even though they're not Asians, they're Assyrians. They are the true Africans, and they changed everything and lied about everything. Now, these Assyrians brought you your motherfucking books. They brought you your faith, and they brought you your belief system. They brought everything that now makes you. And you come against me and you want to give me a fucking lesson about King James, whom you know not about. You not lift open no book cover and readeth no page. You sat down like begging child for candy and listened to somebody go. Anybody that tells you King James is an Israelite is a goddamn liar. He's a fucking Edomite who sent warriors over here to kill your fucking ancestors. Which it was given by King James. It was by King James given by patent to Sir William Alexander. Okay, so check this out. So that's just one. I just took just some notes, okay? So every time somebody gonna come to me and say, hey, now I would like to thank Gerald out of Michigan. Gerald always comes and says, hey, look in this book and look at this page. Gerald showed me so much shit in this book. So we go to the next one. King James did this for you. King James did that. King James did this for you. King James did that. King James put your ass in a noose. King James put your ass in chains. King James took your motherfucking land. King James did it, yeah. And you don't know it. And here you are 400 years later telling the only man that's going to sit there and read the fucking book to you how great King James is, and you don't even know he took every fucking thing to you. You're just a dirty nigga slave. I'm just a dirty nigga slave thanks to King James. Now you know how bad I want to insult you because you know not what comes out of your motherfucking mouth. I don't like that. I don't like when people start talking, they don't know what the fuck they saying. That reminds me of possession. It's like you were possessed and you decided to run your motherfucking mouth about something that you don't know about. Now I'm gonna teach you about King James. So you will always know what's coming out your mouth. We'll turn to page 140. All right. So now, if you plan on rebuttaling this at all, you better fucking have these pages up. You better open this up on your screen. I know a guy, and I don't feel like this anymore. I'm tired of people threatening me and not coming through. So now, if people got something to say, I'm just going to ask my friend, where did this communication come from? Can you give me a location? That's what I'm going to ask. I've known this friend forever. Yeah, because I'm tired of this. You know, we got the freedom of speech, but if somebody says something to you that's wrong or disrespectful, we're all men and women. We got the power to smack the shit out of them, and that's what we need. Now, see, the problem is when you go to smack the shit out of somebody, they get all cowardice and go try to grab a fucking weapon. Well, why you hit me? Because you opened up your goddamn mouth when you shouldn't have, and you know you didn't, and you can't deal with shame because your motherfucking parents didn't raise you right. Now, I make videos. I was sitting on a woman on the phone with, excuse me, I was not sitting on a woman. I was sitting on the phone with a woman, and I was trying to, she would ask me questions. I would try to give her the answer, and she would overtalk me. She put me on speakerphone without me knowing. And I got just like this. How the fuck can you sit there and ask me questions and not listen for the answer? Are you playing with me? And I said a few other things. And I could hear that woman's mom in the background saying, why is he talking to you like that? So I said to that woman, listen, I understand that you're somebody's mom. And with all due respect, I'm talking to somebody that does not respect what I'm saying. And when I say stuff, they talk over me. Now, that's fine that you ask openly, why am I talking to your daughter like this? But let me ask you this question. Why did you not teach your daughter to respect a man when he is talking? Why did you not teach your daughter to respect a woman when they are talking? This woman doesn't just overtalk me. She'll overtalk anybody she's in a motherfucking conversation with. So why didn't you teach your daughter to respect somebody when your daughter initiates a conversation with somebody? Because, I don't really want to offend anybody. I just want to get my point across. Because people are asking me for my time. So I want you to keep that in mind. Why couldn't you look something the fuck up before you came here running your motherfucking mouth? Are you so impassioned with, I don't know a goddamn thing, but I'm gonna type anyway, that you got to make yourself fucking ignorant as fuck each time? Every time? 140. On 140, what does it say about this thieving Edomite fuck? Now listen, King James was out of Ireland. Now, there were Israelites in Ireland. They were overthrown. They were overthrown during the time of Neil and the 9 hostages. They were overthrown during the Dark Ages. So there's no way in 1600 was there a black Israelite. There's no black children of God ruling fucking any of these countries. It's a black Edomite. Now, it states here, I'm looking for this country. On command of the French king. On command of the French king. Now, this is on the command of the French king. So the French sent their fucking kings over here in 1524. You see that right there? We're going to go to the next one. What does this say? This country, whether first discovered by the said Verazoes or together with the rest of the largely taken Virginia. What does it mean to take something from somebody? Or with the rest of the largely taken Virginia by Sir Walter Raleigh, Sir Walter Raleigh, or as some say, by Captain Gosnold in the year 1602, was so well known to the English in the beginning of King James' reign here. Now listen, I don't respect that anybody's going to sit here and come to me and tell me over and over again about their fucking personal opinion about what happened in history because they don't want to read a fucking book. That's shameful. Everybody's got the power to fucking read. How fucking lazy are you? Somebody told me, listen, bend your ass over and read the book. You'll bend your ass over. Do you have children? You made those children without understanding a lot about life. Now you would sit here and come and start talking shit on my channel like you got some kind of say or you got some kind of pull here. You need to pull your ass out of here because you don't belong here. Most of the people already sat through these videos where I show them King James enslaved they ass. When you see the arch, when you see the St. Louis arch, when the arch is it's a metal bar. You take a hammer and nail the arm of the arch, right? It goes about that long. It goes down in hoops, right? You put it around the neck and you nail it into the ground. If I run away and I'm a valuable slave, You do not want to cut my foot off. You do not want to cut my arm off. That it makes me less valuable. But to show everybody you can pin me down and I can't go nowhere. My hands free, my legs free. But if this is pinned down around my throat and I have enough room to breathe, I can't go anywhere. I can squiggle all night and I'll break my own fucking neck. Now to torture me, they can pour honey on me and they can draw all the ants around and the ants can eat on my back until they release me the next day or a week later. They can smack on me so that I get little scars, and then as the sun hits me all day, my face will chap. I'll experience that pain all day. Once you're pinned down and you cannot move, they can do anything to you. You know what they'll do to you in the middle of the night when nobody's looking. They'll come out and do perverted shit to you. So get real. King James did this to us. For you to come to this channel of all fucking channels and start preaching King James did this for us, and you are just ignorant. And I don't like ignorance. This country, whether first discovered by said Verazoes or together with the rest of the largely taken Virginia by Sir Walter Raleigh, whatever his name is, or as some say, by Captain Gosnold in 1602, as well was so well known to the English. Every Englishman knew this. In the beginning of King James' reign. Now you do know. Now listen, woman that's sitting there preaching all this, King James did this. Now I know this is a GOCC Bible lesson, so you're a GOCC member over here running your fucking mouth for GOCC. And this is going to show how ignorant GOCC is. Because what I got on my phone is a website that they put up showing how they know that the Spaniards came here and started raping and fucking and murdering. And on another side, they'll sit there and say that the Israelites are Mexican, the bastard children of that. Now, here's what they did. They changed the image. They took the image of the Mexicans off and they put black people in there and they left it as Mexican. Now, I'm so crossed about this, I don't know what to do. Now, they seem to be telling the truth. Slightly, but still telling the truth. Now, I'll say this again, and I'll probably bring it up in another video because I've been saving it on my phone. Now that I've been on the phone with the GOCC during Friday night blog talk, and we done argued that Columbus came here and enslaved black people that already lived here, now they done put up a fucking website. Now that they done argued against it live, now they done put up a website going contrary to what they said live. Now you hear with the same GOCC principle that King James was an Israelite. Well, why King James give Walter Raleigh permission to enslave his own people? See how stupid that fucking sounds out of your mouth? King James gave us this Bible. King James gave Sir Walter Raleigh permission to come here and steal our fucking land. Yeah, now it don't make sense to what you're saying, do it? Now you see when I say there, you sound ridiculous. It don't sound right coming out of somebody's mouth. The truth and the lie together. Now you gotta change it. King James did this to us. King James took our fucking land. King James sent these knights here to steal and to murder our families. Now I don't personally know you, but the attitude and spirit that you come here with, like I owe you something, that I want to destroy. Now, if you can't separate from that, then one day. Now, we're going to turn, I took notes, so we're going to turn to 183. So I'm going to turn to 183 here. And look, lady, like truthfully, I don't know you, but I hate you. Because the most that I've recognized from you is a nasty, callous attitude. And your spirit, your demeanor carries that. And you came here with some bias ass chip on your shoulder, like you was waiting for some moment to catch me slipping. Bitch, I didn't slip. And remember, you won't catch me slipping, 'cause I'm the greatest bitch ever. Oh, I am. Now I'm gonna show you with this old ass book. I'm a bitch. I'll be that. I'm a bitch. I'll be that. You a bitch, lexwill? Yeah, I'll be that. I'll be that. It's gonna take a while to get to 180 like that. I didn't want to. Here we go. Oh no, that's like page 200, ain't it? 194. Ooh, 10, 11 too many. 39. How the fuck? Here, let's just type there. Excuse me. Let's say 194. See if you bring me close. 170. Oh my goodness. Let's see. 204. Now, the numbers don't match up because of the beginning of the book. All right, now here we are in page 180. Now we want 183. Take your time, computer. Ah, shit. Just chilling out. I'm doing them. Come on. That's why you fucking get all goofy with these stupid ass pictures. Now, you want to tell me about King James, okay? Now, King Charles is also black. Did you know that? King Charles of the church is also black. And what did King Charles V do? He came over here, right? No, he sent henchmen over here to kill our fucking ancestors. So here's something else you didn't know. So I'll just teach you this. In the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, right? 1631, George Lord Baltimore. Don't we have the Baltimore Orioles, Baltimore Saints, all that shit? Obtained of King Charles I of Great Britain, right? This is when Europe was united. Of Great Britain, they take James off the throne and Charles replaces him, right? So one black king overthrew another black king, and you don't think these black kings would send white men over to steal land from black people? Oh man, you should send every male in your family. Tell your family members you're in a war. Send every male in your family to the address that I'm gonna give you, and we just have them come and fight this battle because I I want to hurt something because I've shown people this before, and you come here ignorant as fuck, acting like you got some kind of authority or crown. It's the Black Queen syndrome, right? You gonna come here and you gonna fucking tell me, right? I don't fucking know what's wrong with you. I don't know what's wrong with people that carry that trait. So they came here for King Charles, who took the place of King James. Did you even know King Charles took over for King James? Did you even know the succession that happened in that place, that people that overthrew us? Or are you just here running your fucking mouth? I'm willing to bet you're just here running your fucking mouth. So we're going to turn the page, and we're going to turn to page 184. So hopefully the next time you run your fucking mouth, you'll have some actual truth and knowledge, some real ammo so you can affect maybe the people who oppressed us, you evil bitch. I'm the greatest bitch. I don't give a fuck. June 20th, 1632. In the 8th year of His Majesty's reign, with what? With all the royal jurisdictions and prerogatives, both military and civil, in said province, as power to enact law, power of pardoning all manner of offenses, power to what? To what? Confer honors, to put medals on people, to be held of the hand of his said majesty, his heirs and successors, kings of England, in common sacage, as of his majesty's honor of Windsor, the country of Berks in England, yielding and paying yearly for the same of his majesty and to his heirs and successors forever, 2 Indian arrows of those parts, and the castle of Windsor afforded, on Wednesday in Easter week, and the 5th part of the gold and silver ore, which shall happen to be which has happened to be found in the said province. That's them coming and taking our shit. We're gonna take your gold, your silver. If you think feathers are cool, we're taking the feathers. Anything you like, it's ours now. So saith King Charles, successor to King James. Don't act like King James didn't have anything to do with this, because King James was sending men over here too. He was knighting them. You are now knighted. Go steal that fucking land in my motherfucking name. Hey, hey, hey. Now there's all kinds of books. There's all kinds of this book. Look at this, 307. I don't even have 3. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. This nigga did his homework. Let's go to page 307. Since you didn't want to do no homework, you just want to do jibba 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 jibba. Let's see, 307. Let's see, 307. Let's add 20. Let's say 3. No. Let's say 321 instead of 320. 321. Let's see if it comes up. 307. Going once. Going twice. 277. Can you believe how far off I am? Let's go 350. 350. Gotta guess. It's because when they do the images in the books, they take double pages sometimes for the images. Oh, what page is it? See what I mean? Here's the image. It takes double page. So it screws with the numbers. Come on, tell me the page, man. I'm the greatest bitch. Ain't no bitch. Come on, show me the fucking page. Playing around. All right, 305. Now we want 307. All right, 307. Now, in the year 1620. Now, here we are. In the year 1620, Sir George, you've been knighted, right? Sir George Covet, knight, then Principal Secretary of State and Privy Councillor to King James, the First of England. Now, listen, don't you see what's going on? King James sent men over here to kill your fucking ancestors. You and me shouldn't even be alive today, but they needed slaves to work. Now you're going to come to me and you're going to tell me how fucking great King James is. And I must just say to you, you are ignorant. I'm the greatest bitch ever. So I got on here 3:16. So y'all love this New Testament so much. Let's look at Sweet John 3:16. 3, 6, 3, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's about time. Sweet John 3:16. So God so loved the world that he let King James send his men to the Americas and enslave them. God so loved the world, he let King Charles come to America and enslave black people just like him. Shut up, woman. Saying stupid shit to me. Peter Martyr. Where we at? This ain't 3, 4, 16, motherfucker. 2 more. 1, 2. How did I get that before? 3:16. Peter Martyr, a counselor for the Emperor Charles V. Now, See, they own so much land at this point. They are ruling in so many kingdoms. They are emperors now. You don't even know what the fuck is going on. Rome made themselves emperors. Rome is Edom. This book tell you Rome is, oh God, man, arguing with somebody. See, y'all love this Bible so much, y'all believe anything in it. Well, let's go to page 666. All right. Now, if I want page 666 in this way crazy ass books, let's just type in page 700 and see what they give me. Page 700. And they gave me page 5. See what I mean? Oh shit, give me 777. 777. We type in 777. Let's see if we can get 666 out of this. 661. We were close, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 666. On page 666, what does it say? On page 666, this is because you don't want to take the time. Now, I'm able to scan a book from the 1600s with my fucking eyeballs, not reading every page, just scanning with my eyeballs. I'm able to point out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times either King Charles, black ass, or King James, black ass, is accounted for sending Caucasians over here. These aren't Spaniards. To enslave you on what you call at this point in time United States soil. Not to Canada to enslave those brown people, not to Mexico to enslave those brown people. King James specifically sent those men here with this book. These men and this book, the King James Version, go hand in hand. And here you are telling me. You are so wise and so brilliant. You done told me in 3 little sentences. You should write 7 books off that. Spielberger, so called by the Hollanders. Can I make that even bigger? I don't know why I wait to the end of the video to try to do that, but I don't care because you could open it up anytime. Spielberger, so called by the Hollanders, the people of Holland, the Hollanders, from Spielbergen, whom probably they reckon to have been the first discoverer of it, is the same that we vulgarly call Greenland. So they're talking about Greenland. Now, don't tell me it don't matter because it's not America, because I showed you in page 137 and 140 that King James sent those men over here in the Virginia area, right? And we have what? Jamestown, Virginia. Okay, don't come to my channel no more. Never come to my channel again. Just get the fuck out of here. So we're talking about what? We're talking about Greenland, and which, sir, you, Willoughby, we have Willoughby here in Cleveland, if not the first of all, yet the least of the first of all of the English that discovered anything of these parts, named King James New Land. Okay, come on. This isn't hard to find. You're lazy. I told you the book existed. I made videos about this before. And you think you can come here and just tell me anything you just want to. Well, I'm going to tell you what. I'm not that type of person. I'll drag you in the street and I'll whoop you with a belt until you can recite this shit. I'm tired of people trying to put together what they think should go on this channel. What don't belong on the channel is the people that think that they can come in here and do interior decorating. There's no fucking point for you here. Absolutely none. There's no reason anybody should be sitting there trying to rebuttal something without some kind of literature. If we are fucking classified the dumbest people in America or the dumbest people on earth, then why the fuck is somebody just running off at the fucking mouth? It don't even fucking make sense. So you stick to the King James Bible and all the fucking lies in there about how you're going to be saved by Christ, and I'll take from the Bible what I need: the Ten Commandments, the laws, the statutes, and the promises. Now, the stories in the Bible are of high quality because you can read in each nationality's own religious writings where things match up. Now, if you don't want to read the entire Bible and go around and read the rest of the world's individual Bibles, then you don't need to talk about this fucking topic. If you ain't gonna read the OSP Bible, if you ain't gonna read the bullshit Christian Bible, if you ain't gonna deal with the Muslims bullshit for a minute, if you ain't gonna look at the Mormons bullshit for a minute, if you're not gonna look at the Hindu bullshit for a minute, there ain't no point. We all come from somewhere, and the oldest writing it seems to be the Sumerian text. When we see this, when we read the Sumerian text and keep our biblical foundation, everything changes. Everything. The names of everybody's relation to each other. It's a clear classification. And we think the Bible's saying something different, but it's not. And that's why I'm gonna bring this next video where this dude show you that the Japhet people are black. No other color. So the Shemites, people of Shem, are brown, and the Japhetites are black. And all the stringy haired people come from Africa. Now listen, that's kind of how it's pointing. It's kind of how it's pointing. Now, Esau was told not to mix with the Canaanites. Now look how the Mongols, the Tartars, look how they all related. Look how they all got stringy hair. Look how the white man come out the Persian and he come out the Caucasus. Caucasus is Asian. So the Persian and the so-called Asian, the people that claim that they're Asian now, made two breeds of white people out of their own stock. Not to mention the tribal peacock people that appear out of nowhere with, of course, what we call Satan. That makes three different tribes of pale people. One don't have biological heritage here, but the other two do. So not all white people crawled out of hell like the Welsh did. The Welsh are the Cymry, Cyrmy, or Cymry, one of those, however you pronounce it. But those people go back to the Phantom Island, and the Phantom Island that's an island that sits here. Water, and here's water level. Okay, so at one point in history, you can always see the island. The water level rises, the island's flooded. You can't see the island. Water level sinks, you can see the island clearly. Now, when this island is above water level, what the fuck ever. When the island's above water level, this island has a hole or a tunnel or a channel that leads through the water. This is stone leading through the water and leads to what we call or are assumed to call hell, which would be Tartarus. This ain't hard. It ain't hard at all. These people that rule over us gave us fake names. They called all these black people Egyptians. These black people are really the Sumerians. And we'll get into that because enough people then did the Sumerian tablets that we can open up each one of their little videos or we can get each one of their books and it's going to say the same thing. The black-headed people had the staff of rulership and the temples, and the staff of rulership shall fall from them, and they shall rule no more. All right, remember what King James did to you. All right, always remember this. I'm gonna put this shit real big, so you keep your goofy ass right here on this channel. And when you see this, you ain't got shit to say to me, never ever again. He stole those parts. King James New Land. Now you want me to go back to 137 where he said the same shit happened in Virginia? I'm sure if I read this book all the way through, I'm gonna find King James and King Charles, both black kings. I'm sure I'm gonna find them popping up in other places. So again, next time you come here, which you specifically, I don't want you to come here anymore. You guys should be trying to think better, more solid. This is a thought with nothing but holes. Look it, do some research in a video where I literally say we were kings. This person says back to me, we were kings. Hey, you ever see the movie Pootie Tang? And Mario Joyner got the joint. He got the job in the fucking in the movie where every time Chris Rock says something, it's Mario Joyner's job to sit there and repeat him like a fucking clown. All right, I'm out. I ain't got time.